Hi, it's Jez from Nigezza Creates. Thank you for joining me today. So I've got a new toy. It's the corner and notch punch. It's made by Fast and Creative, and I've had one of these on my wish list for quite a while, and yeah, bought it. I was doing an Amazon order that I needed some things for the house, and you've got to spend £35 now, don't you, to get free delivery? Well, so yeah, I just popped this in to make it up, and I totally don't need it because I have one of these, and the punch bit of one of these is what this is, and so it punches the notches in a corner. This makes envelopes. You can make envelopes with this, but then also I just felt that this would just be easier. So if I was going away, and I always like pack a little craft bag when I'm going away, this is much easier than that, and I thought it would be able to make envelopes that aren't necessarily, I can just like fold paper. That's what I'm hoping to make it. But also I've got a little punch that can just sit on my desk instead of being that massive thing that has to have like a proper home. So I'm just going to take it apart. We're just gonna see what it does. It was £6.50, I think. So, you know, considerably less money than the envelope punch board. Yeah, and you may not have a corner punch, so you may as well get this one, and it does a notch as well. So I've got a couple fasten. Do I want to keep? Not really, Jess. Just put it in the recycling. Get it done. So yeah, let's find some paper. I'm in a room full of paper, and I'm sitting there going, let's find some paper. Right, so I got this. So I'm working on this right now, and so this is there. Let's just do the corner. That's the corner. Quite a nice corner. What I always find, that's exactly the same as let's cut that corner in exactly the same way as my envelope punch board. I'm finding another sheet. Right, so here's another sheet that I've got to make, and let's do that corner. So it is about the same size as my middle size one, which is my go-to size that I use. So I do like that as a corner. Let me punch it again, because I didn't quite like the way I punched it then. So you've got it, you can butt it straight up, punch, that's better. That's the two of them together. You can see, oh, you can't see at all, they're about the same. So that's quite good. But what you've got is a notch. So you can do a little notch like that. Fabulous for a pocket. If you want to do a thumb notch in a pocket, or if you've, you know, made an envelope or a bag, you just want a little thumb notch, that works a treat. But what it also does, these are file folders. You can make yourself a tab for a file folder, and then you just have to trim those bits off. And yes, if you've got the envelope punch board, you don't really need it. I don't need it. But when it's crafting and the buying of crafting supplies, ever been about need? Absolutely never. So I'm gonna get my glasses engaged, and I'm gonna put that on the track, and then I'm gonna cut that off. I went too far. You need to put it on that side of the track. There we go. We'll go from the top down. There. This one's just going to come off now. But had I lined it up properly, there. And then we've got a sticky up tab for making a file folder, which is just fantastic. So I reckon I could, let's do it. I reckon I could, if I, and you'll see, so this is a Stampin' Up trimmer, and I no longer work for Stampin' Up, and I bought a stash of trimmer blades before I left, and then I lost them, and so I needed to change my blade. Now Fasten sell these blades because this is the same design as the Fasten one, and if you bought one from Hobbycraft in the UK, the Hobbycraft one, it was like this colour, takes the same blades, and so I nearly bought the two from Fasten, and I had it sat in my basket on Amazon waiting to get to £35, and then these Crafter's Companion popped up, and they were a bit cheaper. And the purple, my favourite colour, it doesn't match. This colour would have been slightly better, but I don't care about those things. I care about the price. And so yeah, so I've written the date on 24th of the 8th 24. So I want to sort of see how long it lasts, because my Stampin' Up ones did last. So two of these blades, they were £3.99, which is not a bad price, and it's cheaper than Stampin' Up. Just saying. There we go, so let's cut that off. Cuts well, happy with it all. It's going to be a bit difficult. I could just fussy cut this, but I don't do that sort of thing if I can help it. There we go. So now we need to cut this. I'm going to try and see if I can use it in this lovely Rachel Bella digital. There we go. I'll do that with it. Why are you putting that over there, Jess? It lives over there. So what I'm going to do is now line this up. So it's got ridges in there to the point, so I can sort of line up where that needs to be. And there, it did cut it. So I'm putting that up the centre bit, maybe a bit far, but now we'll just finish it off by cutting the extra bit off. So I've got a small tab there, so it would have been better if the tab was a little bit bigger, but let's and it went deeper than this, but it's absolutely fine. Just round a bit. There we go. Not deep. Still using my tin. Thank you, Christine. And then I'm just going to round my corners, because I've got a corner rounder, so let's round the corners. Oh, won't round that one on account of the fact I got that bit. Will it go in that one? No, it won't, Jess. Why on earth did you think it would go in that one when it wouldn't go in that one? Oh no. I just thought. Well, you know what thought did, didn't you? So out come my scissors again. We'll just round the other corner. There we go. So now we should be able to fold that in half. And that's my file folder done. There we go. So this is the Grungy Essential add-on kit from Rach and Bella. And this is Shabby Blue. This is, there's 2 sheets in the fat Shabby Blue that are this sort of colour, which I thought went really nice with this. The colour went a bit funny there. I'm not bothered. I can just put a bit of that on it. And she's read now. So yeah, that was one thought about how to use it. I mean, the tab probably would look better if it was a bit, but I was just using something that I had to hand. But I would make a tab that size ordinarily, which would have been perfect. So if you're making your own from scratch, that's what you would do. So that's ready now to go in my little altered book that I'm currently making. So what I thought I would do was make something using maybe a bit of scrapbook paper, which I just happen to have to hand. So let's pick a bit of paper here that I might want to make an envelope out of. Let's go for one that's double-sided. Let's use this because I can't really see me using that sheet in anything, so we'll do it to try this. Now let's get a board. So what I'm going to do is on my chopping board here, school board, no, craft mat even. So I am going to line up top and bottom. I'm doing this totally off the cuff here. No idea if this is going to work. I'm trying to make myself an envelope. Going by eye. I always feel like I'm from Newcastle when I say by eye. So let's go in there. That'll be quite a nice little flip. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get some washi tape and tape this down so it doesn't move. I could do this on a school board, but I'm sure I have washi tape just handy when I sorted out my desk so that everything was handy. I'm sure I've got out some washi tape that I don't necessarily like very much, that I wouldn't use in a project, and had it handy, but it would appear not. Or it's just underneath the pile that's created there. Right, so that's not really gonna move there. Over, so I went in the middle. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 inches that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, achoo, achoo, achoo. So I'm in the middle. So I'm coming in there at the 2-inch mark. The measurement don't matter. It's about it being even. So I'm going up like that. Gonna swizzle it round and do it at the 2-inch mark here. trousers. And then put my glasses on so I can actually see. Let's give that a good crease. And then I'm gonna come down a bit, so not go across where the folds are, that would be there. I'm gonna come down a bit to that next line there. And now I'm gonna take that up so that I can go over there. Tape you back down. Swizzle you around. Again, going down to that next line. Take you off. Take you down. Fold you over. So we've got a little bit coming up there. Oh, took the end off that because that was brand new washi tape and I hadn't put it on my clothes. Take some of the stick away, but not to worry. I'll make that the bottom, and then it don't matter. So now what we want to do is at those points there, that's when we bring our notcher in, and we can line it up so that goes up the center, and I can see those two equidistant coming out. Make sure it's butted right up, press notch, and then we've got a notch there where the two lines would have intersected. Going to have to play with this because that's not great. Let's experiment. Should have made the notches, the overlap a bit bigger. Right, so we've got our notches, but the overlap should have been a bit bigger on them. So I've now got an envelope that looks like that, which isn't quite right. So what I'm going to do, don't want to be deterred, I turn this into a box. Yep, a box. So let's line these up again. Keep them straight. Right, line them up again. Right, so now I've got that bit there. There we go, so that's coming up there. Making ourselves a little box. That's going to come up there. Fabulous. And then we'll do on this bit as well. So your ruler's going against the edge of that and the edge of this. And we'll do the same on the other side. Have a slurp of coffee whilst I switch that round. doing this first thing on Saturday morning because I woke up. A couple hours ago. Yeah. So now I'm going to fold that right over, give it a burnish. So now what we've got here is a box envelope. So if you were sending something, you'd made a little bit of happy mail, that would go in there. Now, talking of what, so I've got a little folio that I recently made. So that, if I want to send that as happy mail, I could send that in that envelope quite nicely. So that's cool. So there is, so I used to make boxes, and there used to be just gonna fold that up. There used to be it was the Crafty Owl. It was a little tool you could use, and you put in the dimensions of the box you needed, and it would tell you the notch and score line that you needed in order to create it, which I quite liked. So you would stick these down. You can see glue. Ink or not ink. And then put glue down there. Glue down there. Right, put some down here. And down there. And then I'll stick this together. Quite hard because you've got nothing. I mean, you could put something in there, like the thing you made that you're thinking of putting in there. That could go in there, so you've got something to rub against. Put that on the other side. Not too far over there. There. Better. Making sure that's on the edge there. Put that in the middle now. So that is a little box envelope made. Quite cool. Not quite what I wanted to do, but it is quite cool. Right, so let's see if we can work around that one. What other papers in here that I'd probably never use? That revolting green, Jez. That revolting green. Never used that in a million years. So, it's good to practice on. So, let me think. Let me think about the size of envelopes. So if I wanted to make an envelope for this, so I would probably have to cut this paper down to make a nice envelope for this. So let's work it out like that. So let's go about there. And we'll go about there. Let's put you on the Do. Put your straight lines, Jez. Not blurred lines, straight lines. So, yeah, about there, where it wants to be cut. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 3/4. So shall we cut that down at 5 3/4? So then we usually do it in a square, so we'll go 5 3/4. They are always square, aren't they? Yeah, each one of these measurements for making envelopes is a square. So we're going 5 3/4 that way. Could have done this with one of the 6x6 pads then, couldn't I? Yep, it could have. Right, so that's that. So not there. So if I notch first, then that will possibly work. So if we kind of, I'm eyeballing it, let's do a notch there. So putting that right up there, put a notch there. So now if I put that on there, and I come down in a straight line down there, and I put that crease I've just made so that it's by this thing. It's a bit like how the envelope punch board works. Put that up, notch, and then just like we've just done, put that, make sure our 2 points are at a point, come down like this. It is a lot more faffing than the envelope punch board, but you may not have one. You may not have 20 quid to buy one, but you might have £6.50 or whatever this was, and you can do it. And it is nice to have the nice notches. There we go. So now we come down to this one, which is just the other side of that. You can actually use the line on this side. Yeah. And then our final notch. There we go, and let's just score that one. Could use a scoreboard, but it's harder, I think, when you've not got a flat edge going up. I've actually got a Martha Stewart scoreboard that does have a diagonal bit. Try it with that actually, Jess. You can remember where you put your Martha Stewart. Yeah, that's a bit difficult. nice little envelope that doesn't fit in. But it's still a nice envelope. That don't fit in it. It's too long. It's not quite right. But it's a nice envelope. And this envelope measures, it's 4 inches by 3, which is fabulous. So let's get this end cornered. I don't know why I do that, because normally I use my punches upside down. So I don't know why I don't on this one. I just don't. So let's get that end bit, this bit folded over. Yeah. Might need filling this up. Don't worry about it, Jess. You do need to fill that up. I might ink this, then I might like it a bit better. It's an 8 pad that I bought in a charity shop because I've got a room full of paper and it is the last thing I need. I still buy more. What is it? I was watching a video the other day, and it might have been yesterday morning about 4 o'clock when I couldn't sleep, and it was like, I'm just gonna give this a burnish down. Oh, talked too long, coffee's gone cold. I hate cold coffee. Yeah, it was like your top 5 tips for organising your craft room. And the first thing was stop buying stuff. Stop buying stuff. It was like, if your craft room's overflowing, then buying stuff is not going to help ordering it, making it better. And it was like, you've got enough craft supplies, clearly. Your room's, overflowing, so you don't need any more stuff, but you still buy stuff. And it was like, and as well as crafting stuff, stop buying storage solutions unless you absolutely know where it's going in your room and how it's going to help. And I'm terrible for that. I nearly said a real word then. I am terrible for that. I'll buy things. I went, oh, that'll make me organised. And then I get it in my room. It's like, yeah, and where's it going to go? Where is it going to go, Jess? Facebook Marketplace, I'm terrible at. I see something and I go, oh, I quite like that. I might use that. That will help me. That will make me neat and tidy. Yeah, no, it doesn't, Jess. You've just got these drawers that aren't really a great size. And you don't know how you're going to use them. And they're not going to be some miracle that's going to cure your problem, because your problem is you keep buying stuff. It was just like, oh, she is absolutely right. I can't remember her other tips, but that was a good one. I'm not sure if she was the same person. Oh no, I think this was another video where it was like, if you've got, and I have, like, got your stamp sets or die sets or whatever, like in a row, when you use it, turn it the other way around, and sort of 6 months later, a year later or whatever, you can look and see which ones you've used. There. So that was quite cool, making that envelope. It does look slightly better that it's inked, but yeah, nice envelope that. But for me, it wasn't just about that. It was about making file folders. Now we're making tabs. Right, let's have a look at these offcuts. Right, let's fold this down. There we go. Let's chop that off now. Let's chop a bit better, Jez. There we go. Chop that off. Let's notch. So what you're doing here is you're putting that at the centre point. Can you see? Hope so. Putting it at the centre point. Notch. And there at the centre point. And notch. So you've got a nice little tab. And you could then go in here around that corner. And you've got yourself a little tab. It's got a little wispy bit at the end. You could cut that off. In fact, I'm going to trim it down a bit. I think that needs to come in a little bit more, Jez. There we go. So that's a bit better. So you've got a tab. You need to round that corner again, Jez. I'm actually gonna, I was gonna say I'm gonna bring in the other one, but no, the whole point is about using this, Jez. Oh, get a nice tab. That's very cool. And just had another idea. Let's get rid of these bits. I'd put these little bits in my handy dandy desktop bin if I could actually see the thing, but I can't. So scoop it up. I've got a proper rubbish bin right next to me. So let's make the tab a little bit smaller. I thought that was quite deep. Right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open it up and I'm going to put the crease that I've made right up the centre bit there. So it's on the centre. Then I'm notching. I think this will be easier. Then we've got the wispy bit that way. So what I might do, I don't know, that's quite nice. That's quite cool. As a little tab on the top of something, side of a book. It does come up a bit wispy. I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm a bit fussy. So I'm just gonna come up from there. Do that. That's a bit better. That's better. Just take that little corner bit off. Yeah, I like it. And then I might just come in with my tiny teeny one. So that's just rounded that a little bit. Nice tab. Nice tab. For the edge of something. And of course you can make it narrower if you wanted. Right, let's go this way. Not quite straight, straighten you up. Straighten you up. You're looking cool. Right. This one's going to be shorter. Or longer, so it could be an altered paper clip if you had it longer, or even that short. That would be a nice tab as a altered paper clip. Again, I might just, yeah, just do it straight, Jess. That's easier to cut. So it goes straight up like that. Oh yeah, that's cool. That's cool and easy to do. And then come in with that one. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, so that's my first little play and a review on that. The only thing I haven't done is done it as if I was, right, so if I wanted a pocket, so let's do a pocket. Let's just lob that in half. So on a pocket, go around the bottom of the pocket, and then we'll eyeball for the centre, about there, and you've got a pocket with a notch, like so. Fabulous, fabulous. So those are the reason I bought a totally unnecessary tool, but I think it will have its uses, particularly for retreats and things. It's smaller than taking the envelope punch board. Where's my little file folder there that I did? So yeah, I'm loving that one where I just quick tabs, fantastic. I say that would look better if it was a bit longer. And easy pockets. You could go inside there. Well, you couldn't because you're the wrong colour, but you know what I mean. And then you've got a little tuck there. Yeah, there we go. Here we are, some shop front if you want to go and take a little skeg. Cheaper than the envelope punch board, and you can make your envelopes out of it. Oh, forgot my box envelope. So yeah, I'm quite happy with it. I've enjoyed that little play. So yeah, if you've got one, you may have some other ideas of how to use it. So do share, do let me know. And there may be some other videos out there using it. I might go and investigate and see what I can find. Okay, bye for now. Hope that was fun.